This is a story I'd like you to know. Story about the history of the banjo. Before I begin, I need one more thing. A rhythm with your hands to help me sing. Let's do it. Very good, and now my friends, the story of the banjo, beginning to end. In Africa, they drum and dance to help them work and to enhance the fabric of their daily lives. Birth, marriage, death, the sacred ties, the rhythm, song, and dance all one. Sometimes serious, sometimes fun. In the 1600s, for hundreds of years, Africans were enslaved and brought right here to America, where they were sold. No drums allowed, they were told. To keep their spirit and culture alive, they took their rhythms and improvised with their voice, body, hands, and feet. They played those rhythms and kept the beat. With a little food and not much hope, the bone of the ham flavored their soup. They passed that bone one family to the next, sharing the flavor that was left. They were creative, resourceful, and wise. The bone of the ham helped them survive. That name, ham bone, came to mean the will to survive by creative means. That name, ham bone, was later given to improvise body rhythm. Because that body rhythm did the same, it helped our people to remain in touch with their ancestry. Saving rhythms that set them free. Ham bone, pat, juba, hand jive. African tradition, it helps survive. Here's a sample of that rhythm slap. You play your body with a pat. You hit your arms, legs, and chest. Play a rhythm you like best. Ham bone, where you been? Around that world and back again. Ham bone, what's that sound? Playing my rhythms round and round. Ham bone, ham bone, ham bone. Bone. Now that we've set the stage, the banjo's on our next page. Way back in time, who knows when, in Senegambia, West Africa, it did begin. A stick, skin-headed, gourd, 3 strings, Akonting, a folk lute with short drone string. First, the back of a finger brushes down on the low note string to make it sound. Followed by thumb string, making backbeat. The rhythms sent out are really neat. You can dance with those rhythms alone, no need for help from drums or bones. Aye, oh aye, oh aye. Exactly when the Akonting came to this land, a mystery remains. Whether brought by ship on sea or created from a memory, it sowed the seed, a root did grow of a musical tradition we all know. Let us all hear that beautiful sound. Let the strings of Akonting resound. Samba, samba, samba. African treasure it will remain, and American music was never the same, and over time it was altered, but its basic uniqueness never faltered. Banjo, Banzel, Banza, Bango, Banji, Banjo, it's been named. Banjo is the name we know. Its spirit, however, remains unchanged. From the Akonting to the gourd banjo, its looks and sounds were about to go. The minstrel movement quickened the pace. Times were changing in this place. Musical change was in the air. But that short banjo string, it stayed loud and clear. Played up high by thumb a drone, the Akonting style had found a new home. Frailing and clawhammer became its names. Fingers brushed down, then the thumb came. Syncopated rhythms filled the land, helped create the sound of the old string band. The shuffle on the fiddle by a rosin bow. And bones or spoons to keep the rhythm flow. Listen to that sound, hear it ring, listen to that fiddle and banjo sing. And then one day it did show bluegrass picking on the old banjo. Pick that 5-string bluegrass style, clap your hands and give a smile. And add some dance steps on the floor, buck dancing, flat footing, clogging and more. Dance that rhythm, keep the beat, play that music with your feet. From Africa, from brown ground, all the way to bluegrass sound. Where it's going, no one knows for sure. One thing's certain, there'll be more. This is a story I hope you recall. Pass it on to one and all, a part of history we can't forget. An African legacy lives on yet. And thank you so much for your time. Those rhythms you played were mighty fine. If you like, you can clap and shout and keep the beat while the music plays out. Samba, samba.